There we are. So, it was a bit of a wait, but we will have our match finally. GosuLeague Division 1. It's going to be mTw versus HelloMoto on the Dire side and mTw on the Radiant side. We're going to see two games between these two teams. We have one stand-in for mTw right now as Kebab is not here, but he will be replaced by Aki from CLG. In case you're wondering who was the standing, because I did see that question in the chat, that is why I already say that. And we will be going into the draft very soon, as, well, this should be a very interesting game. I mean, mTw has not been really on top of their game lately, and now playing with a stand-in also might cripple them a bit. And HelloMoto just finished 2-0 versus Dare, also in the GosuLeague, and Dare finished 2-0 versus mTw last week. Different matches, but still. So I'm quite curious to see if mTw has managed to pick up their slack and are able to take the game against HelloMoto, or if HelloMoto is strengthened by their wins just by Dare and is going to be able to take the games against mTw. We're going to see it all as we're waiting for Shoxka to load into the game. He has not connected yet. Hope he will connect soon. Hope so. He should be doing that soon though. I hope. 14 seconds. Otherwise I have to do the whole introduction in one again. That would be bad. Because I don't like doing introductions twice because then they just sound so fake. But it looks like we will see it Dota 2 crash. So we will have a remake. Actually, no. No, 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 no! Yeah, don't have a remake. We're still gonna do this. So he reconnected just in time. Just in time. Sorry. Yeah. Glad I don't have to do another introduction, but this guy looks stupid as well, but you know. Whatever, we're in the draft phase, we're happy, we don't have a remake. We will see this game between mTw and HelloMoto, and we will see mTw having the first pick in this game, where nothing is happening yet. I do believe they're still in the game. They're taking their time though. There we go. We have a Morphling ban out from mTw. It's not a very usual ban out that we see, but in the previous game, HelloMoto was able to farm up their Morphling good enough, so I'm expecting mTw to have seen that match and just wanting to ban that out, just so they don't have to deal with that one. Lycan is being banned out by HelloMoto as the first ban, not very surprising bans. I mean, the team that picks second is usually the team with the most obligated bans, kinda. As in the Lycan, the Fury, and stuff like that. Just heroes that you definitely don't want to face and that the opponent would definitely pick up as a first pick. First pick has a bit more luxury to ban out some of the heroes that they just, you know, that they just don't want to face, but they also don't want to have it. So, you know, it's just it's more a bit of a ban towards the strategy that you're gonna go for. It's gonna be an Enchantress that's gonna be banned out by mTw. They don't want to get pressured early game. With that push from the Enchantress, they don't want to deal with that in the forest, as we have a lone Druid ban out from HelloMoto. That is a hero very typical for mTw also, so that's a bit of homework done for them as well. Let's see the last ban for mTw. Do they gonna ban out another jungle hero, or are they aiming for? Because kindly, what are they aiming for as the first pick? Are they gonna aim for the Chen, or are they banning out the counter for that one? Are they gonna aim for something entirely different? Maybe, well, Nature's Prophet or Chen. Either one, they're gonna get it. And HelloMoto is gonna get one of them, as well as HelloMoto is banning out Enigma, and Darkseer was banned for mTw, so we're gonna see probably a Fury or Chen, depending on what they rather want, probably Nature's Prophet, there we go. And the Invoker actually being picked up by HelloMoto. They still could pick up the Chen if they wanted to. The counter for that is already banned out, so that would be a very easy pickup, as the Invoker would be a solo lane for them as well. And let's see though if they're actually gonna do that, or if they rather want something like a Leshrac or something, as that is still in the pool as well. Ta-da! So Leshrac is picked up here, and there's the Chen then. So that's mTw with a very strong pushing lineup, and of course Leshrac can push hard as well, but a Chen and a Nature's Prophet, that's gonna be very tricky to deal with. We're probably gonna see some anti-push coming off from HelloMoto, maybe something like a the three master anti-pushers are of course the Earthshaker, Windrunner, and the what the hell? Beastmaster. There we go. Wow. You know, Blackout. Beastmaster with his axes and a Fissure from the Earthshaker and Power Shot from the Windrunner. And first, the last pick is first gonna be to mTw, and last pick from the first pick phase. And it's gonna be a Broodmother versus a Tidehunter. HelloMoto did not need to think about that one. They're just gonna have the counter pick for that one, for that Broodmother. So those two are gonna be facing each other, and mTw. I mean, their lineup is just so tricky. So if there's gonna be Broodmother's gonna be pushing, of course, if she can. She's gonna be first at Tidehunter, but at some point there's gonna be a Nature's Prophet and a Chen. Probably a different lane than the Broodmother if they, well, or the same thing, but probably a different one. They are probably gonna be pushing somewhere. At that time, at some point, when Tidehunter is already level 6, he has to move there to stop that from happening. He has to force to take those team fights because that's what the Tidehunter is good for, apart from countering the Broodmother. He can only do that for so long. And at that time, Broodmother will just be free to push in. Or, yeah, well, the rest is having a team fight elsewhere. Or the other way around, of course. If there's a team fight going on the lane where Broodmother's at, if they're going to try to stop the Broodmother from farming, they will need more than one hero to do that. And in that case, Chen and Nature's Prophet, or either one of them, will have free reign to push elsewhere. So that's going to be something that is very difficult to deal with. It would be even harder if there would be even more pushing power, but the Tinker is banned out just to make sure that they don't have to deal with that global presence as well. We see a Sand King banned out from mTw as well as a Venomancer. They don't want to deal with that support. Don't want to be slowed. Don't want to be counter pushed as well for with the rockets and all of that. Let's see what the last ban out is going to be for HelloMoto. Probably a bit, maybe a bit more pushing power. Maybe something like a Windrunner or something because they need some solo lanes. Actually, no. They have a Broodmother solo and Nature's Prophet that could go solo. And indeed, yeah, HelloMoto knowing it before I did. I mean, they need kind of a dual lane, and a good dual lane is a Shadow Demon combined with a Brewmaster, for example. But making sure that Brewmaster is out of the question, and making sure that I'm not going to have any tongue twisters with that, with the Broodmother and the Brewmaster, very friendly. But yeah, out of the question, going out of the pool. Shadow Demon's still in though, and he can make a lot of combinations work. But something that you could also we could also maybe see. I mean, there's still a lot of combinations still in there. Could still be a hard carry, even though mTw doesn't really want to do that. Maybe a CKH Deprivation, but they are not that fond of a CK, I believe. For the first time now, they're taking into the bonus time. I mean, the time that they're taking now is going to be deciding if which hero combination they're going to be doing. If they want to pick up the Shadow Demon first, if they want to go for him, or if they're going to run the risk of having HelloMoto picking up the support they want. If they decide on a combination, they still have to decide on which hero they're going to pick up first. Just out of just because there's a chance that HelloMoto pick up another one as well. And I just have to notice, I mean, Windrunner, Queen of Pain and stuff is still in. Heroes that we normally see picked up, well, probably one of the two will be picked up by HelloMoto because they kind of need a solo lane still, unless they're going to have Leshrac in the middle solo. Actually, if Tidehunter is going to be soloing that lane, Invoker soloing that lane, Leshrac maybe on a dual lane, I mean, HelloMoto still kind of, it's kind of a waste that they don't have a jungle hero yet, because there's just with Leshrac there, they can make a combination with that. With a dual lane and then still a jungle hero because they'll miss farm in the jungle otherwise. Okay, they looks like they are gonna go for the Chaos Knight Age Depression maybe if they indeed are gonna pick that up. Of course, Chaos Knight Leshrac is a great combination as well because with the stun from the Chaos Knight, there's gonna be a guaranteed stun from the Earth Split from the Leshrac as well, and that will be a very good combination to have as well. And then they could, for the last pickup, they could have basically anything. They could have a jungle hero. They could have someone to support the Tidehunter on the lane for the Broodmother. We have a Vengeful Spirit pickup by mTw, as it looks like they did not know which kind of carry they want to go for that. They're actually taking their time. And still 36 seconds left in their bonus time after they take onto their normal time. Take out of normal time, rather. And it looks like they're going to use that as well. I mean, they now face a CK, they now have more knowledge of what HelloMoto is gonna pick up. So it's maybe they want to go for the Chaos Knight themselves. Might be. In that case, it's not gonna be able to. It's not gonna be possible anymore because, of course, it was picked up by HelloMoto. And they have to decide on something entirely new. Only have 15 seconds left to do so, though. And what are they gonna pick up together with the Vengeful Spirit? What could be a good combination there? Maybe even a Sven Windrunner is gonna be the case. Do a double stun still.
Dire team pick.
And there we go. We see a last pickup for HelloMoto. Which is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Nature Depression? Nah, probably not. Is it gonna be a Trilane or is it gonna be still a jungle hero? If it's gonna be a jungle hero, it's gonna be one of those controversial ones like a Lifestealer or Ursa or something weird like that. Hey, by the way, Wisp is still in as well. Just saying, Wisp and Rubik and Luna. But they're not picked or banned in any of my games today. Actually, Wisp was banned in the games versus Navi. DPP versus Navi. Let's see, going into the reserve time for the first time now, as they're thinking about what can they go? What can they go for jungle hero? Should they go for jungle hero, or are they gonna try to take the advantage with just what they have? Or still Earthshaker would be a very good too, just to make sure that they definitely have those team fights and the counter push as well. I mean, they have some counter push, but they not that much, not that much, not as much as you would want with wow, Chen and Nature Prophet creeps and stuff like that. Beastmaster would be a very good option as well, but then you kind of don't have a lane against him unless you want to lane him together with something else, because he can't really get a solo lane. And Earthshaker in that case would be a better option because he can just be stuck onto tri-lane with a Chaos Knight and the Leshrac. Or maybe they still want to go for something like a Shadow Demon or something. But then again, it's not really good anti-push as well, because it just takes too long before those Shadow Poisons are stacked up if you're gonna use that for counter pushing. Let's see though. Crystal Maiden. Okay, so a bit of counter push in or Nova. We're probably gonna see a tri-lane coming out of that one, and we'll see how that goes. I do think the Earthshaker would not have been a bad choice at all, but then again, Crystal Maiden is not a bad choice whatsoever. It also means that Leshrac is gonna be able to take some more farm, probably, maybe some in the jungle as well, and Crystal Maiden can actually stay together with the CK if it's needed. I mean, later in the game, when the laning phase is kind of over, you're going to have a CK still wanting to farm, and in that case, Crystal Maiden can stay close to him, babysit him, when Leshrac is out helping kill stuff elsewhere. Stopping pushes probably from mTw, because there's going to be a lot of pushes coming out from mTw. Let's switch overlays though, so that you can see the whole map and nothing but the map. Well, yeah. And a bit of other stuff as well. But there is the map indeed. And we're gonna see Quicks actually for HelloMoto. He's gonna be playing that Invoker on the Dire side. Fails is gonna be playing the Chaos Knight. Sava Doom is gonna be playing on the Crystal Main. We have Jesus on the Tide Hunter and PSTM on the Leshrac. And that is the whole team for HelloMoto as they're moving towards the bottom lane, just like the Radiant team, just like mTw. We're gonna see Shoxka up on the Windrunner. Aki is gonna be playing the Chen. We see Phonic playing the Vengeful Spirit. And I don't think they're gonna find each other in the jungle here, or are they? They're gonna have a Chaos Board to initiate if they really wanted to, but it looks like mTw is playing it very careful, and HelloMoto is not overextending all that much, I think. No? Right? Right?
30 seconds to battle.
Well, we have Sinrin playing the Nature Prophet with some awkward looking cloak, and oh wow, I don't think he's wearing some. No, what? I thought they were playing it safe. What the hell? Sorry people, I missed that. I was distracted by Sinrin typing in old chat, and that was Leshrac taking the first blood on the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit, who was not where she should have been. Ward was placed, stun was landed by the, well, actually no stun. It was Leshrac and Tidehunter making it happen. Wow! Wow! Just saying sorry again. Distracted. Last one for mTw was of course Funzy on that Broodmother who got a double damage rune. But that's the first blood already going to HelloMoto, playing very aggressively and showing that they're up for this fight. And they're in the game, in the zone. Quicks is going to be in the middle phase in the Nature's Prophet. It's going to be a solo lane looking, well, probably going to be a tri-lane soon. First a dual lane here with the Windrunner and the Vengeful Spirit. It's quite an awkward combination, but they should be safe. Vengeful Spirit, I say after the first blood already went off on this bottom lane, but in theory they should be safe unless HelloMoto is gonna dive this. This is, of course, it's gonna be a very risky lane if you're gonna go out of the range of the tower, at least for Vengeful Spirit that is. Of course, Shoxka will have his wind run. But those follow-up stuns, if there's gonna be a stun from the Chaos Knight, there's gonna be a Frostbite, there's gonna be a stun from Leshrac, and that's almost a guaranteed kill. In the meantime, on the top lane, we have the expected lineup with the Broodmother versus the Tidehunter. And yeah, well, hey, I can miss first blood. There's tons of casters that miss first blood and stuff. I'm not gonna name any names, but you know who I mean. Power shot. It's harassing. I'll try not to miss any more kills, though. It's a bit stupid. The Brute Mother should be fine. And no wards up on the Tidehunter either, so if he does get caught out, then it's his own fault. But I don't think he'll get caught out, not unless Tidehunter gets wards or help from outside. So in theory that lane should be fairly safe. Tidehunter though, he should be safe as well, as Brood Mother will not be getting too close because, you know, that's just not in her benefit, not unless she got a soul ring first. As soon as she has a soul ring, she might be doing more. But until she has that, she's gonna be playing it more passive. Yeah, and they killed one guy. Lishrak killed off the Vengeful Spirit. Sorry, I should not look at chat. It's distracting. It's distracting. Chaos Knight in the meantime, 6 for 1. We still have a pause. And Windrunner not doing that bad, 5 for 2. First the tri-lane. I mean, it was semi-tri, and of course Chen is going to be able to come out of the jungle as well. But still, this is actually not really in mTw's favor, this lane. At least not with the Chen here. I mean, you kind of would expect that as soon as the Chen is level 4 or something, or 5, he'll come out of the jungle with a couple of creeps and start pushing down. But if he's going to be versus a tri-lane, then he won't really be able to push out. And they might go for the mid lane instead then. But then Nature Prophet is already there. You kind of want Nature Prophet to TP in and Chen to be coming out of the jungle, so you actually add two more people to the lane rather than just one, if you want to be able to push the tower after a successful gank. So that's why I'm saying that, because this bottom lane, well, how are they going to get a successful gank up on 3 heroes? That will just be a very tricky thing to do. Of course, they could go for the Tidehunter and help the Broodmother out, but the strength of the Broodmother is that as soon as something like that happened, Tidehunter should be distracted to go towards the lane where the pressure is being applied from mTw on the other side, so that Broodmother can have free range to kill off the tower. Or kill off some tower, get more creeps or something like that. But then again, we'll see how they're gonna handle it. Because they will handle it most likely. We're also gonna see how Aki is fitting into to the plan of mTw. Of course, as a stand-in, it's always difficult. Well, difficult is always a bit awkward, I guess, to play as a stand-in in a team. Funny getting a blink up on him. Leshrac seeing him, looking for the stun. We saw him trying it for a second there. And the lane will get pushed out. I don't think they will fall though. No, mTw is not following. Too risky. Too risky to get stunned by that Chaos Knight. They want to stay close to the tower. In the meantime, there's no ward here for the Dire, so this creep wave will continuously be getting pulled if they wanted to. In the meantime, middle lane is still also quite safe. I mean, these two won't be taking that much risks yet. So we have 8 for 8 on the Nature's Prophet, and Invoker is 8 for 4. So same old last hit, bit different on the Night. Sunstrike was actually used right here. That was why we saw Invoker standing on the sidelines, but didn't really hit anything. As Savadu might be getting caught out here, taking a lot of damage. And here comes Chen as well. That's a fate, and that's a kill. Chen taking the kill, helping with the shockwave from the Hellcaller, and there was nothing they could do to stop it. There was nothing. Crystal Main just slightly too far in. And 1 for 1 right now in, well, not really in favor. I guess it's even. Well, I guess it's still a bit in favor of HelloMoto, as they did take the first blood money. Tidehunter being 7 for 1 right now, and Broodmother being 14 for 5. So Broodmother definitely getting good last hits. Quite surprising that Jesus is not able to get any more, because he basically has kind of free farm, unless Broodmother is denying a lot, which he is not. Only 5 so far. Only 5 so far. We'll see though. Nature Prophet 12 for 9, 10 for... Yeah, it's still very even, very even. This bottom lane should do it all for HelloMoto though. And right now, they're not really getting out of it what they want. They want to get more, apart from farm, which is of course very good because the Chaos Knight is almost free farming. But they kind of want more than that. They kind of want a kill. Duh. But they need that kill. They need those kills in the bottom lane. They need to get the advantage. Otherwise, they'll just get levels to Shoxka, and they shouldn't really want to give levels to Shoxka because that's just very dangerous on a Windrunner, because that power shot is really painful. Smoke up for the Radiant side.
Invisibility.
Halloween. What? Oh, Treyans. Okay, so now this time I will not let myself get distracted. There we go. Sorry. And the smoke actually rotates towards the top lane where Funzy is gonna hide behind the tower. You can do that though. And there was a ward seeing from the Dire, so he knows that he's been picked up by Funzy. Or he knows that it has been picked up, and knows that there has been smoke. Quick's actually backing off further. Now he sees a setter, now he sees Chen, so he knows he just dodged a bullet. Probably. Because Chen would not be here if there was an Vengeful Spirit. And we actually see the Dire here on the top lane, bottom lane. Be very careful as well. Very close to the tower, making sure that they don't get cut out. Invoker sees them now both and should be safe enough. Actually, these two standing here, making sure that the tower is getting pressured, and he can't get really anywhere closer. Cold snap on the creep. We need to have some blinks on this bottom lane because, well, there is another pull being done here. They kind of still want to kill. I mean, Windrunner is here by herself, and they know that now because they know that the Vengeful Spirit and the Chen are at this middle lane. But actually, oh, power shot, Crystal Main, Frostbite there, Sunstrike there, Shackle doesn't hit. Doesn't ledge, at least Self will save her for a little while as there comes the Chaos Knight. Is he going to be able to do something though? Here comes the stun, is there going to be a stun? No, it's too late. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet did kill off Crystal Maiden with his ultimate on the way out, so he did have vision on her as Broodmother killed off the Tidehunter. A lot of stuff happening at the same time. Tidehunter going down here, Unsatiable Hunger being used, and the tower goes down for mTw in the middle lane, or at least for HelloMoto. mTw taking it down, and they're pressuring down the middle tower, tier 2 tower as well, as Quicks is just very low right now. I should probably do the smart thing of backing off, while Windrunner still holding a lane secured. And here comes Vengeful Spirit. Has got mana for a stun if she wants it. Sunstrike is gonna hit, gonna be sent home though. Is there still gonna be landing a stun? Yes, she does, but it doesn't kill off Quicks. 31 HP left, and there's nobody there to do the damage that is required to take him down. Invoker still killing off the Vengeful Spirit though, as Chen is gonna be on the run here, and the decree from Chen will die here to the Leshrac. And that's 3-2, so 2 kills for mTw versus 1 for HelloMoto in all this mess that happened. That's the main difference that was there, is mTw Fancy killing off Heisu on the top lane. So the rest of kills were of course 1 for 1 Vengeful Spirit for a Crystal Maiden, which is indeed a very even trade. Of course, I'm not taking the tower into court right now, but yeah, that is of course very much in favor of mTw right now as well. Reality Rift. And here comes the Sprout upon Leshrac. Eats his way out though. Synneren taking a lot of damage from Edict. Wants to go for a Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight running away from him. And Synneren has to run away from that one as well. Stun is not gonna hit. He's not gonna cast. It was just a bit of a attempted to. Sunstrike is not gonna hit as well. Or is actually gonna hit. Crystal Main taking the last hit though. Fails, is running away into this jungle. Is very low on HP. Shoxa still wants to get him. And is he gonna get it? The Reality Rift. Shoxa going down. Broodmother in the meantime killing up Tidehunter on the top lane once again. This time with help from the Vengeful Spirit. But we're gonna follow Leshrac. Because is he gonna be able to get away from this one? It looks like he is. And Aki is not gonna try anything anymore. And again, action happened at the same time. And that's the thing that mTw can do. I mean, like I said earlier, they can distract so that Broodmother takes the advantage. And even though Tidehunter was not forced out of the lane, as in by going towards a different lane, he was still killed off there. With the Vengeful Spirit, mTw Funzy helping out, and that's gonna be a tower, and it's gonna be the second tier 1 tower going down in the meantime. It's gonna be Invoker getting shackled 2 and 3. Getting sprouted, power shot goes through. Is he gonna be able to go invisible? No, he's not, because he doesn't have any wax, and as Shox got taken a kill, and mTw taking a lead in the gold grab and probably in the experience grab as well. Not that much though, 1.5k, but yeah, definitely taking the lead here, making sure that they decide when, where, what fight happens, and who is gonna be in that fight. Ward being placed here by Chen, slightly aggressive. If they want to go, because in the meantime Chaos Knight is of course still farming 32 for 3. He is not doing bad at all. He's not doing as good as the Broodmother, who is 50, who's almost 60 to 7, and has 2 kills as well. In the meantime, Tidehunter once again, is he gonna be in trouble? Here comes the Ravage, Sunstrike as well, does being put. Fonzie going down, Leshrac taking the last hit, and that's gonna be a kill for them. Vengeful Spirit is able to TP out of there, but still killing off the Broodmother. Big kill for them there, as they did need that kill definitely. Nature's Prophet in the meantime trying to make use of the disturbance to push the middle lane down a bit. Chaos Knight, Reality rifting out of the Sprout, pops his Urn Charge. Is he gonna be fast enough? He's not the fast hero in the game anymore with Luna now in, but he is still super fast, faster than any hero in this game right now, because there's no Luna in this game, and he is able to get away from there with 30 HP left, or less when he actually got away from that one. His Urn Charge, even though hit off straight away, did save his life there. Windrunner is gonna go back onto the ball lane. Has got an invisibility rune in her bag, so might be able to use it for a gank later on if she wants to. As it's the last tier 1 tower that we still see in, and we might see that getting taken down. We see Vengeful Spirit also rotating to the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under
One of
attack.
Chen's creeps gonna help out Chen as well as Chen himself as well. But the tower is getting harassed here. Leshrac, the only one to defend it for now, takes a power shot. No shackle latches though. And in the meantime, Fonzie on the top lane, being left alone for now, and he will be able to take down the tier 2 tower if he wants to, but there goes Tidehunter again, and he will be able to defend it, unlike the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane, because Nature's Prophet gets the last hit on that one, and that one indeed goes down. Nothing HelloMoto can do is stopping them from taking that down. And it looks like HelloMoto might want to go for this, but they don't have a Tidehunter, and they don't have a Ravage off cooldown yet either, and that is kind of what they need to stop this from happening. Still want to go though? Do they still want to go? Nova there, Shackle doesn't latch. 4 seconds on up on the Vengeful Spirit, Frostbite on the Chen. There comes the Sunstrike as well. Aki actually going down, Crystal Main Ultimate helping out there. I love Vengeful Spirit going down to the Chaos Knight. And there's still going to be an Evoker doing a cold snap up on Cinderin. And a stun, and goes down. Chaos Knight getting a double kill. That's going to be Shockscut. The only one left here on the run. In the meantime, Fonzie on the top lane is the only one left alive apart from Shockscut, so he will still be well, trying to push out, but there's Tidehunter still on the lane. Shackle does latch, fails to a tree. Stun does not latch, Cold Snap does though, and that is gonna be the end of Shooks, guys. Chaos Knight takes a triple kill for that one, and will be able to get away from this one. Icewell will stop the Treants from falling, and that's gonna be a TP out for Fields, as the headbutt from the Treants don't make any difference whatsoever anymore. Vengeful Spirit coming there too late. Of course, they still got the tower though, so still ahead in towers, even though they're not ahead in kills anymore. And Fonzie, of course, still happily farming. He's farming it so good right now. That's just yeah. He's having a happy time, even though he's not pushing this tier 2 tower. He is having a happy time. And who else is having a happy time? Is Leshrac. He's 3 for 0. He doesn't die once yet, and he got 3 kills for himself. Quite nice. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet back onto the bottom lane, wants to push the tower. Is there going to be a Reality Rift? Is he going to be fast enough? What's he doing? Trying to get away from the range creep. Useful. And Savadum is just gonna stop this from being pushed, but the range creep will still, siege creep will still hit on the tower. Not get it in deny range though, because he will be killed off right now. Windrunner bottle the haste rune. And Fonzie still farming. This is a very dangerous broodmother, by the way, because she has been killed off once, but that is not enough for a free farming broodmother. Definitely not. If she's building towards the Malevolence, Plonk Firelings, up on clicks. But he has got his quas ready, and that will give him extra gold per minute. Let's see. Oh, sorry, extra HP per minute actually. Dust up on Leshrac, so they want to go for this broodmother. They now realize that they were seen though, because they got Nature's Prophet Ultimate helping out. Talking about Nature's Prophet Ultimate over Nature's Prophet in general, that was the spot where the Chaos Knight just died. 3 versus 1. There's not really a fair combination. Vengeful Spirit was close to time and will be sent home by the Chen here. As the team from HelloMoto is rotating down to the bottom lane once again. There goes the tower. Nature's Prophet once again. What items does he have? He has a Hand of Midas. 1600 gold up on him. Tidehunter running. Doing a gush on Aki. Is there going to be anybody else to support this though? Does he want to do the Ravage just for a Chen? Wow. Broodmother in the meantime killing off the Crystal Maiden. Tidehunter still wants to go. Hand of God going through here. But Aki, gosh, he still wants it. He still wants it. There goes the last hit. Tidehunter taking the last kill. The last hit for that one, taking the kill, and he's going to be on his way out again. Shackle doesn't latch. He should be fine for this Windrunner, though he might not be as fast. Power Shot will go through as well. Nature's Prophet might actually TPing. Talking about Nature's Prophet, the top lane Evoker went down here as well. Windrunner taking care of that one. And there goes the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane, and the tier 2 tower on the top lane most likely as well. As we will see that one dropping into the hands of the Broodmother this time. Chaos Knight in the meantime killing off the Vengeful Spirit in his mid lane, getting put in this crowd, won't be able to get away from this one, is TPing out, as in, yeah, Cinder is not able to get a kill anymore because he was TPing out. There we go. Ravage being used to get off, hold on the Broodmother. Frostbite stun, he is gonna go down. Leshrac taking the kill. Nature's Prophet Ultimate still doing a lot of damage there, by the way. So HelloMoto has to back off here, and that will give Cinderin some extra space to push down the last tier 2 tower in the game, as mTw is just relentlessly pushing this and pushing, and Yeah, it's just there's just no end to it. They don't have to end it because they keep pressure on one of the two lanes, either by the Broodmother or by the Nature's Prophet or by the Chen or all three of them. They are keeping pressure, and that is what the power of their lineup is. And we saw that earlier already. Shackle ledges Leshrac to it. Sorry, ledges Invoker to a creep. Sun will ledge as well. There's gonna be another Sun from the Centaur. It's not needed anymore as Chen takes a kill with the Test of Fate, and that's gonna be a tier 2 tower. Last one down. As Crystal Main tries to the Knight, is not getting it though.
Tower has fallen.
Windrunner taking the last hit of the tower. Windrunner who has something in the donkey, I'm gonna see right now, and it's gonna be a 4-staff ready for her. As Tidehunter's building towards the hood, doesn't have that much yet. We did see the Ravage a couple of times, but that massive team fight that they need, has not happened yet. They used the Ravage to get singular kills, which is of course nice as well. But right now, if they kill off one, that does mean that some other lane is getting a free farm or someone's pushing that lane. So it's just a trade-off. Roshan is being taken down here by CLG. They can do that. They have the Chen, they have the creeps, they have a lot of creeps actually to be able to tank up the Roshan. And there's nothing from HelloMoto that they can do to stop this. In the meantime, Chaos Knight is still farming, trying to farm, has 1k gold right now. Windrunner picking up the Aegis actually. Quite surprising. But then again, she has been dying twice now. She doesn't want to die again. Wants to be able to continuously have shackles. They need shackles for this Chaos Knight because he is painful, even though he only has power threads and an urn. It's just a painful hero to deal with. And now with all the towers down in the field on HelloMoto's side, mTw is like facing well, not really a problem, a decision that they have to make. Are they gonna try to push as hard as they have been, or are they gonna try to continuously try to catch HelloMoto out of position, try to use their gold advantage that they have now, which is over 10k, to continue to, well, to kill off HelloMoto and only push in afterwards, then smoke up for HelloMoto here. 5 seconds for a Ravage. They're looking for a team fight. Are they gonna find it though? Everybody from mTw backing off again. So I don't think they're gonna be able to find anything in mTw, knowing that they're missing so many heroes on the map. It's just too risky right now to go anywhere by yourself. Shrek out of the thing already. There's no dust up him. There's one dust on the Shrek. Nature's Prophet TPing in. They want to go for this. Some ledges on Synderen though. Where are they going? Are they gonna go for this? Yes, mTw following in. And there goes the Ravage, hitting on 3 heroes. Hand of God going through, but Synderen taking a lot of damage, getting swapped out of danger for now though, as he will still get taken down by Leshrac. Leshrac, who is running for his life, won't be able to do so anymore because Chen just took the last hit of him, and Tidehunter killing out the Vengeful Spirit, but is in a lot of trouble now as well. Blanchard still on Fuzzy. TP back in from Synderen as he bought back, wants to go for the Tidehunter. Is he gonna get it though? Yes he is. Windrunner in the meantime killing off the Crystal Maiden, and that's gonna be, in the end, 1 for 3, as I don't count Synderen who bought back, so it's 2 for 3 right now. As mTw just took that team fight, even though that team fight should have theoretically been in the court of the Dire, but not having the right position, the team fight was forced upon them, and because of that, they were not in the position that they chose, and they were just, yeah, they were just not able to take that fight properly. And Chaos Knight was not able to be in that fight, of course, as well, so that was a massive difference. As he is gonna be here now, and he's gonna go in from the inside tower, still getting pressured, half HP. Broodmother getting stunned as well, getting another stun, 2 seconds. Frostbite as well, Reality Rift, Funzy getting sent home, will be in time, I think it will be, yes it will be, indeed. Quick's looking for a target to take down a Synderen. Gonna get a Reality Rift, gonna get a Frostbite as well, and will be taken down here even after his buyback. Chaos Knight taking the kill, and that's gonna be an mTw on the run. Well, Invoker was still looking for something, but it was too slow to do anything with that. They're running past the ward, so everybody sees them running. Are they gonna chase him? Yeah, but they're not fast enough though. Unless they want to catch someone who is not gonna go straight home. But everybody's going towards the other side of the river, apart from Windrunner, but she is Windrunner, so she should be fine. And we see Fails going back towards the bottom lane, needs more farm. Needs more farm, building towards his armlet, actually has it almost complete already. Invoker seemingly building towards the mechanism, picked up a headrest for himself. In the meantime, Tidehunter looking for a kill up on Funzy. Has got that ward there, so he does see him. He's got his hood complete for himself. Crystal Main gonna help out Fails for a bit, as As I said earlier, once the laning phase is kind of over, Crystal Maiden will still be able to protect the Chaos Knight a bit. While Leshrac already is gone again here already. Actually, Leshrac is gone indeed. Vengeful Spear taking last hit on that. The Tidehunter getting sprouted. He's gonna try to TP out of that one, but there will be a stun, and that will be the end of the Tidehunter. Last hit goes to the Vengeful Spirit. Again, double kill for Funzy here, as mTw is just whoa. There goes the Chaos Knight as well, being taken care of taken down by the Chen. When Windrunner, so Crystal Maiden was on her way out already again, and that's gonna be a dual split push here from mTw. 2 on the bottom lane, 3 on the top lane. Which one is HelloMoto gonna defend? They only have 2 heroes left, 3 almost, as Leshrac is on his way back. But mTw looking to be in the lead massively here. Nova will stop the pushing for a bit from happening. Spawns firelings, but Crystal Maiden doing some damage. In the meantime, fortification is on. Deafening Blast will stop the creeps as well. Will it be enough though? For now, maybe. And in the bottom lane, split pushing. Like I said, there's the Shen. There's gonna be the tier 3 tower taking some damage. And that's gonna be HelloMoto trying to decide which way shall they go. And Fonzie is back here. Insatiable Hunger being popped as well. Well, don't know why. Creeps weren't there though. And the bottom lane gets pushed out once again. But the tower is still almost half HP. And on the top lane in the meantime, mTw is not left there yet. Here comes Tidehunter. Tidehunter has a Ravage once again, so he will be looking for that team fight again. Let's hope they don't get it forced upon them like previous time, because they do need that good team fight, preferably like 3 versus 5 or 4 versus 5 or something, as long as they outnumber the opponent. And Chaos Knight is indeed in that team fight. That will make a massive difference. And talking about Chaos Knight, he is still farming 300 gold up on him right now. The gold graph 15k in favor of mTw. Experience graph almost 7,500 experience in favor of mTw, and we're mostly gonna see that back in the Broodmother, because Broodmother is level 14 and the highest level up on the Radiant side, up on the Dire side is 13. Just Tidehunter just turned 13. So that's a massive difference right there. Just yeah. Level 9 still on Leshrac, but nobody below level 11 up on the Radiant side. Smoke up for the Dire. What are they gonna do? They need a team fight. That's what they need. Are they gonna be able to find the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit though? They might be. Windrunner. He's done blinked up from each team. They're also wondering, where are they? Missing them. Chen got 3 centaurs actually. Sunstrike. Gonna happen. Vengeful Spirit getting swaps herself out. And is still probably gonna die here. Actually, Hand of God helping out. She might be staying alive. Throw down a wave of terror. And Chen gonna come in from the side as well as Nature's Prophet TP's in. Stun Ledger's on too because of that though. Chen killing off the Crystal Maiden. Still Tidehunter taking care of the Vengeful Spirit. And Leshrac taking care of the Nature's Prophet, who just TP'd in at the wrong place. In the meantime, Chen still trying to get away. Shackle doesn't latch. Stun does hit, and there's the Ravage, and that's gonna be Spawn's Pilings taking care of Leshrac, and Shoxka taking a 3-second stun, going down to the Chaos Knight. The chase is on the Broodmother though. Only one left alive for mTw, as that was a team fight that HelloMoto was looking for. It wasn't really the team fight they probably planned for themselves, but the TP in from Nature's Prophet just made it possible for them to get that, because Nature's Prophet just got killed off so fast, and then they were able to just take that and get the team fight done. I mean, Broodmother still got a kill for himself, and Crystal Maiden still died on the sidelines as well, but those were the only 2 casualties that they had, and that was definitely worth a 4 for 2. In the meantime, tier 3 tower did drop, and the melee barracks will be bare and very dangerous with the Broodmother there. As soon as some fight happens on the map that is not on the top lane, Broodmother will take an opportunity there and just push in and try to make HelloMoto regret ever taking a fight somewhere else but the top lane, because he might be able to push down a tier 3, the barracks there, melee barracks. Nature's Prophet picking up an ultimate orb, probably gonna go for a sheep stick just so he can deal with this Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight has his armor complete, 1400 gold up on him. He's got 5 stacks in his urn right now, as he's been able to use them pretty solidly. Tidehunter building towards his hood, actually building towards a Blink Dagger first. I meant Pipe actually, but Blink Dagger is complete now on the Tidehunter, and that will make the initiation for the Dire side a lot easier if he's indeed gonna go for that, which I am expecting he is, because so far he's been looking for Ravages, but mTw knows that he has been doing that, so they just were able to anticipate on that, make sure that that there's not going to be a Ravage at the time the Tidehunter wants it, and he does pick up a Blink Dagger, so that will make a difference. Power shot going through Crystal Main, trying to counter push a bit with a Nova. Illusion up on the Nature Prophet. He's also moving towards the top lane. Everybody moving towards the top lane right now. Chen as well with his creeps. They're ready to take the barracks. If they can force a team fight and they take the team fight like here-ish, they will be able to have so many creeps focused on the barracks that they might actually go down, smoke up on the Radiance on the dire side right now. Maybe they're gonna try to come in from the side. It will be very dangerous though. They might lose the barracks because of that. Shackle. This might be the time for the initiation. Spawn firelings, but there's the meteor stopping them from doing so. Chaos Knight backs off again as well. So they have to be careful with this forward spirit here, standing as a good shackle beacon. Once again, this could be a shackle. This is just a very dangerous position to stand in. And there it goes. There they go. There they are again. There they are again. Windrunner trying to latch shackle. This time doesn't work. And there's a blink, and there's a Ravage hitting on 4 arrows. Hand of God going down, going through that instantly. Synderen is not gonna be staying alive for very long. Already goes down. Leshrac going down as well, just like the Chen. And there goes the Broodmother, has his BKB finished, is crawling forward to try to get away from that one. As Vengeful Spirit is not as lucky, will go down. Windrunner taking a lot of damage here too, is still managed to kill off the Crystal Main. Wind running away, does not have a force to go off this high ground though, and is going down. And Broodmother once again the only one left alive on mTw, and once again only Leshrac and Crystal Main dying for HelloMoto as they stop the push in, they stop their barracks from going down, and they win this teamfight once again. This is the second teamfight in a row that they won, and we're gonna see that back into the experience graph. This was the first one, this is the second one, as I do believe that this has to drop still a bit more to be able to show what we just saw. And that's just the Ravage doing his job. That's the Ravage and the Blink Dagger, making sure that HelloMoto is taking the advantage over the team fights. Making mTw regret being there with 5 of them. Split push would have worked easier, but then again it's too risky right now because it's just too much risk of dying. There goes the first tower on mTw side, going down, tier 2, tier 1 mid tower actually. And we will see the gold graph drop because of that later on. And probably more towers to come as well if we're gonna see more team fights like that from HelloMoto, because that is exactly what they needed to do. Meantime, there goes Broodmother again, and again her BKB was off cooldown, and she has to use it once again, as it now only is down to 8 seconds. It's just forced the BKB, very useful thing, and the blink out from Tide again, as it doesn't want to get caught out there. Not surprising at all. Sheepstick completed up on the Nature's Prophet in the meantime, has 600 gold as well. He's not able to buy back though like he was earlier, but who cares? He needs that sheep up. They need to be able to sheep this Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight, who picked up a Minter Hammer, is probably going to go for a BKB. Might actually wait until he gets his until he gets the rest of his gold for the rest of his items, just so he doesn't have to have something in his stash. And of course, just in case he might need to buy back if there's indeed going to be another push in, which there is from mTw on this bottom lane. And there is the mistake from HelloMoto. They don't have the Chaos Knight yet. He is going to TP, fortification going off. In the meantime, Deafening Blast going through as well. He's being turned into a piglet though. Chaos Knight not going to be able to do anything for a while, and he's back now, landing a stun, landing a reality rift. That's going to be Windrunner was trying to get away from that one, actually succeeding in that 1 second before the Ravage. He does have it now, but is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he is, killing out the Vengeful Spirit as he does so. Gush lands on the Windrunner, took a second stun once again, and it's going to go down. Tidehunter getting a double kill there, as we see Nature's Prophet going down on the side. Crystal Main taking the last hit with that with her ultimate, and that is 3 for 0 here. Once again, HelloMoto taking the kill, taking the kills rather, and once again defending their melee barracks, even though it's a bit lower than it was before. And that was because they were not ready yet for the push, and they don't have any wards here on this top lane anymore. So the only ward that they have is this one, and they were not able to see where mTw was going before actually they were already in the base. And that is that focus fire is just deadly focus fire from the Windrunner, and that's something that they have to take into account. They have to constantly be alert for that. They have to place some wards here too, apparently, probably, as Crystal Main just bought some sentry wards. They also need sentry wards. That's very important. If your tower drops away, you don't have that sentry ward anymore, or the true sight from your tower, and you need that, because especially if you have a Broodmother, you don't want your the Broodmother to just sit here without getting killed off. So there goes the ward indeed being placed there. So you might have a ward here. They think there is a ward here, but there's not. There's not. TP in, Native Prophet, they want to go. Sprout and Blinking instantly. Tidehunter making sure that they don't get a kill. We have a disconnect from the Chen from Aki, so we will see a pause here from mTw. As we're just going to take a look at the gold graph. We have 1,000. Wow, 10k, sorry, 10,000, 10k gold in favor of mTw still, but we do see it drop slightly, and there's still 5 towers, sorry, 6 towers difference, and that is just a lot of gold to be reckoned with. If as soon as HelloMoto starts pushing down these tier 3 towers, tier 1 towers, sorry, and tier 2s after that as well, that's gonna be a massive difference in gold, and that's gonna be mTw in a tight position if they're able to do that, because of course mTw, they were able to take the barracks down quite low, and if they're gonna be able to do that again at some point, barracks will drop. If it's gonna be enough for them to take the rest of the game as well, I don't know, but they might just turn their eyes to the middle lane or to the bottom lane and try the exact same thing again, and if they're gonna be able to keep that up, they will be able to take the game. But then again, HelloMoto getting stronger every time they win a team fight, and that's something that you have to be very careful about. And there's the go again. 2,700 gold up on the Chaos Knight. He's farming Ancients. Secret weapon of HelloMoto. Well, not so secret because everybody knows that that he is in the game, of course. Leshrac in the meantime doesn't have that much. He's playing the support role here. He's got drums, boots, and of course he and Crystal Main are the ones that are taking the fall into every team fight, and that's not a very fun role to be in. But if we look, I mean, I remember saying Leshrac had 3 for 0 at some point. Now he's all of a sudden 6 for 4. Something went wrong there. Definitely wrong. Sorry. Oh well, distraction. Yes. But yeah, now they've learned. HelloMoto learned they don't want to be pushed in again on this top lane. So you know, instead of that, let's just push out the top lane instead. Gonna try if they can force out a team fight there. Jesus is probably on the ready to take one if to do a ravage in 12 seconds. That is, as soon as he knows there's gonna be a team fight. That's something that you gotta be aware of as a Tidehunter. You're gonna be the first target. If they can shut down the Tidehunter before the team fight, that's gonna be a massive advantage for mTw, and they do have the disable the sheep, the shackle. So if they're gonna be able to disable him all the way, there's not gonna be a ravage. It's gonna be a massive difference. Of course, the same goes for the Chaos Knight, but they have to choose one, and if they have to choose one, it's probably gonna be the Tidehunter. That's gonna be the first target, unless he's not in range, and that's gonna be the Chaos Knight. And as we saw just now, it's Chaos Knight is the one to first be initiated on. There's always gonna be a Tidehunter that's gonna just blink in and ravage. So. It's a choice really that they have to make. Funzy is gonna try to harass some here more. Wow. Oh hello. BKB TP out. The only thing you can do in this case. There's gonna be TP from the Shrek to this middle lane. And yeah, that's the same thing for the Invoker. Same position as well. Almost same position. They wanna go Reality Rift. Turn into a piglet though. Chaos Knight can't chase this for now. As he's gonna still try to land a stun, actually gets a fail shackle, 2 second stun right now, and there's the blink here from the Tidehunter. He wants to go for Synderen. Synderen is gonna go down here. Tidehunter came the last hit there, unstoppable Tidehunter right now, as Aki and Windrunner are gonna try to get away from this one. Power shot will still go through. Shackle's only on some illusions though. It looks like they want to go in on the illusions, but then again, the rest of HelloMoto does not want to go in on that. They rather go for the Roshan. They don't have a Nature's Prophet to deal with. They can take this, or so they believe. They still have a Ravage as well. They have a pipe of insight up on the title to buy back from the Nature's Prophet. Swap in, a stun, Leshrac, Ravage there. Leshrac already going down though. Jen taking the last hit, but the Ravage hit too. Windrunner gonna be trying to get away from that. Crystal Main is ultimate helping out, trying to kill off Aki. Is it gonna be enough though? I don't think it is. Chaos Knight in the meantime killing off the Nature's Prophet into the base. And we do have Chaos Knight picking up the Age of the Immortal as Jen is still trying to get away from them on Crystal Main, getting the last hit here. And it's 1 for 3 here. Shackle interrupts the TP out from Tide. It's just annoying because she knows she can't take it. In the meantime, top lane, that's the thing I was talking about. Funzy popping his BKB wants to get this barracks, and like I said, as soon as there's any distraction on the other part of the map, HelloMoto is gonna regret ever leaving this top lane, because Broodmother just made it worth the while for mTw for losing that fight there, because they did take the melee barracks, and that was what they were after all along. And right now they can't leave their eyes off on the lane anymore at all, even though they were not able to do that with the Broodmother either, but still having the right creeps there, or creeps being even. But right now the creeps are in the favor of mTw, and they will continuously push in. If they're not careful enough, they will kill off the range barracks as well, and then start hitting on the buildings, and eventually tier 4 towers, if they're trying to focus too much on team fights, that is. Which right now, or which earlier, that was what they were doing. And Jim off throws it up on the Evoker. You don't want to deal with that Broodmother anymore. Still have to though. Broodmother actually picking up his Eagle Tongue. Gonna go for that Butterfly. See if we can find some other items. Crystal Maiden actually doing not bad. Getting some kills as well. 16 assists. But having an urn and a boots. And actually they have 2 urns on the Radiant team now. Actually Chaos Knight went for a Desolator rather than a BKB. He doesn't care about stuns, he cares about damage. So Desolator being picked up by the Chaos Knight, is he's gonna be able to rip through everybody right now. As we did see him, but we didn't really see him. We did hear him rip through Nature's Prophet earlier. Nature's Prophet, who has 1100 gold up on him right now, and in the dunk is just some rings. Just some rings. Chen picking up a mechanism, also picked up a Necronomicon. In the meantime, failed. Cold Snap from the Nature's Prophet though, Fails will be out of there, but there's a Shackle again. Phil still has the Aegis, so should not worry all too much. Reality Rift and Invoker actually taking care of the Nature's Prophet, and Reality Rift did not hit anymore because Windrunner was away of there too fast. Nature's Prophet being the only one that died there, and not really worth it because they were not able to take the Aegis either. And a bit overextension, a bit overconfident rather, thinking that Fails would be alone, but there was so much support so fast. And at the same time, I mean, this lane, Tidehunter's gonna do what he can, but when Tidehunter is here, then he's not at the rest of the team. I know, Captain Obvious, but they need him. They need a Ravage Tower will go down. Invoker taking the last hit for that, and that's gonna be well, it's gonna be maybe a tier 2 tower as well if they're gonna be able to push this. Of course, right now Chaos Knight is at a level. He's level 20. He's quite big, 2 levels higher than the highest level up on the Radiant side, which is Broodmother level 18. He might be able to do without a Ravage. He has an Aegis, he is quite confident, and it's gonna be the tower. Look at this tower dropping so fast. And there's not even a Phantasm there either. There's not even a Phantasm in there either. Oh, Broodmother wanting to go for the Tidehunter. Sheep is there as well, popped his fight, but is it gonna be enough? I don't think so. Windrunner there to take the last hit, and that is gonna be a rush for HelloMoto to get back here, get back into the top lane to defend their base. And that's why we see the buyback. And actually, mTw thinking, okay, we got the buyback out of him, let's just not force the issue and be happy with that, and probably not go for anything anymore. Tidehunter bought back, but still has 1700 gold left. Quite a lot. Wonder what he's saving for, what he was saving for rather. Probably gonna have to save for it again, unless he wants to save for buybacks. What? Crystal Maiden picking up the other urn from the Chaos Knight. Just because he can. Just because he can. Everybody of HelloMoto grouping up into this middle lane. Do they have a smoke? No, they don't need a smoke. Windrunner forcing, windrunning herself out of there. Power shot through. Just some harassment. As a 5-man pushing Dota, it has begun. Broodmother did complete a butterfly and is still on the top lane pushing. Is it gonna be fast enough for HelloMoto to take care of this tier 2 tower? Maybe even a tier 3 if they really force the issue, but then they will force Broodmother to be TPing back as well. If they're gonna do that, that's just a question. There goes the tier 2 tower though. Gold Graph, 10k in favor still of mTw. Power shot going through. Do they want to go for more? Do they want to go for more? Otherwise they have to TP back instantly. Crystal Maiden does not have a TP, just like Leshrac. But just like Chaos Knight as well. Chaos Knight doesn't have a TP either. There goes the Broodmother, there goes the ranged barracks. So they know now that they have to do this, they have to take this, because Broodmother is rotating to the middle lane, wanting to go for the tier 3 tower on the middle lane. There goes the tower, Phantasm being popped, Shackle does let Crystal Maiden to retreat, but there goes the tower. Is it going to be enough for the barracks? There's no fortification on there anymore. Failed taking a lot of damage here, but there goes the barracks. He still has the Aegis as well, deafening blast going through. There goes the Broodmother who did TP back, and Failed just wanting to go for more. Mechanism will help him keep alive for a little while longer, so no Aegis just yet. Chaos Knight unstoppable, getting a double kill, killing off the Nature's Prophet. Want to go for more. Nice shackles for stuff on the Crystal Maiden, who is still alive here, by the way. And buyback from the Nature's Prophet. Fails is going to be running away from that one. Has almost 5k gold. Crystal Maiden still dropping on the sidelines. Windrunner making sure of that, but that's the only casualty that HelloMoto has, well, apart from the ranged barracks on this top lane. But still forcing the melee barracks to go down, almost killing off the ranged barracks as well. That was definitely worth it, and Fails not going down here. Level 20, still almost level 21, has completed his assault cuirass right now. It's quite an unusual item on a Chaos Knight, especially since he's not dying that much, and his illusions don't benefit from it, I believe, because it's only raw damage that they benefit from. But it's still definitely a solid item to have if you want to stay alive in those kind of team fights, especially if you're gonna have a Broodmother with a Butterfly and a BKB. Broodmother who died very fast there in the team fight, by the way. As soon as he TP'd in, there was just no stopping Chaos Knight. Well, they almost stopped him, but then again he had the Aegis, so he wasn't worried. He was just ripping through everything and just being able to take those take those barracks and back off again with only Crystal Main to die to take the fall. But a worthy sacrifice indeed. Windrunner with an invisibility room. Where is she gonna go? Where is she gonna go? Whoa, Invoker taking a kill up on the Vengeful Spirit. What was she doing here? Stun, and yeah, that was just Vengeful Spirit. I don't know what she was doing there. I don't know. That was just... if anything is gonna be out of position, that's gonna be out of position. Crystal Maiden, oh... Pops an in charge. TP in from Nature's Prophet. I heard him at least shackle. There's a TP in. Power shot going through as well. And there's a mechanism helping out. Twix wanting to do something, but still Doom going down. Definitely Blast there as well. And HelloMoto wanting to take this team fight with that, but the BKB is up on Broodmother, so they can't put a Ravage just yet, even though it's still on cooldown anyway. Look at Failed wanting to go for Shoxka, but he lands a shackle, and Shoxka won't go down just yet. But Chaos Knight on the chase wants to go for it. He is, of course, a mighty fast hero. Is he going to be fast enough, though? Windrunner is a pretty fast hero herself, and actually 4-stars herself into the low ground, and will be able to survive there. If it's the same thing for the Broodmother, I don't know if Fields is going to try to catch him out. He's going to be able to TP away, though. If he's going to be in time, yes, he is. There he goes. Fields is not going to be able to find anything there anymore, so no kill for HelloMoto, as it was only Crystal Maiden that took a dive there. But then again, it's just a Crystal Maiden, so that should not be such an issue. As this game is looking very even though mTw was looking so in favor. Look at this super steep line towards the top, super steep line to 15k in favor of mTw, but then they started pushing into the base, and then they were not able to push in the base, and then it was 5k only, losing 10k gold advantage right there. And is there gonna be a Roshan up soon? Yeah. And then we might see Chaos Knight and HelloMoto for the rest of the team wanting to force the team fight out before that Aegis is back up again, before the Aegis disappears. Which it might be soon, as we saw. Tier 1 tower, last Tier 1 tower in the game, will it be taken down? Probably. Yeah. Not very much to say about that, and there goes Quick TPing to the top bottom lane, because that's where mTw is at, or that's where they seem to be at. In the meantime, Fields is still there though. TPM, Nature's Prophet wants to go for this one. He's being left alone though, being turned to a Piglet. He still has the Aegis, 3,200 gold upon him, being put into his Sprout. Is he gonna Reality Rift out of there? There's a stun, there's a Reality Rift. Stun Strike is not hitting anymore. Shackle, Lashes fails to retrieve. Will this be the end of him? Aegis pops. Is there gonna be any support? I don't think there is. It's gonna be too late. There is a chase on to the middle lane, but they're actually not gonna try it anymore. And Fields is. Shackled out of Latch, Hand of God going through, 4 seconds on, landing on Shucks, gonna swap out though, and there's the Phantasm, they want to go for something. Look at Fonzie going down here, Chaos Knight taking the last hit, and it's gonna be Aki that's gonna be the next target. Shackled does lash him to a tree, but Aki able to get away at 25 HP, Fields wants to go for more, getting turned to a Piglet, again Shucks gonna meet them, there's the rest of the team. Shucks gonna go down here, the Shrek taking the last hit, and it's gonna be Fields that's still in the fight for his life, goes down here. Buys back instantly. In the meantime, Fonzie here, high on HP, high on damage, wants to go for more. Spawn Spirelings up on Leshrac, some latches, Ravage as well, and there goes Leshrac taking care of the Broodmother. Leshrac getting shackled to a tree as well, but gets taken down by the Windrunner here, as Doom is gonna get taken down by Shock's got Focus Fire to help out. Tied up to, is he gonna be able to do anything here? Locked inside a tree, shackled to a tree. Landing a Gush Seal on Sinrin, and there's Aki again as well. There's gonna be Fields. Is he gonna be able to do anything? Haisu is left. Oh, he's gonna go down. Actually, Windrunner taking the last hit. Triple kill for the Windrunner, as Fields is a bit overextending again. He's shackled to a tree once again. Power shot going through as well, and he is gonna try to run for it. Is he gonna be able to make it in the meantime? Ranged barracks in the middle lane for the Radiants has gone down, but that doesn't matter that much. Oh, empty Cinder in. Is Fields going to be able to get out in time to take care of him? No, he's not. He goes down, and that's 4 heroes down for HelloMoto on HelloMoto's side, and only 1 down left down from mTw. Of course, there were more kills for HelloMoto, but that fight took so long, and that buyback from Chaos Knight was so not worth it that they Yeah, they just took so long, so everybody of mTw was back up again apart from the Broodmother because he was one of the last ones to die. Sinrid is gonna still go for this. He wants to still push in. Even though he's super low alive and is holding his intense, will actually be sent home. There he goes. And the rest of HelloMoto is almost gonna be back up again. They still have to go for 45 seconds without the Chaos Knight though, and that might be a major disadvantage. Their Necronomicon being purchased by the Nature's Prophet, actually. Is that a level 1? Yeah, that's a level 1. And the pushing being stopped here by the heroes from HelloMoto. Shocksky is still left here though, wants to go for something, same for the Chen. But he can't really do it. Tidehunter now back as well. He doesn't have a Ravage yet for another 40 seconds, but still his presence is a threatening one. And it's gonna be mTw that's gonna regain the momentum, and they're gonna try to push in once again. Thinking, okay, we got the previous fight, we can take this one as well. 5 seconds left for Chaos Knight to be there. Everybody of mTw gathering up in this middle lane, just like HelloMoto. 20 seconds left for Tidehunter's ultimate. Parachut's going down. Is mTw actually gonna go for this, or are they gonna push in somewhere else? Because if they're gonna go for this is a very risky fight for them to take, because everything is soon up again for the Radiant side, for the Dire side. There goes the Ravage, back up again. mTw standing at the base. And it's actually gonna back off again. Don't want to risk it. Too much risk here. Everybody of HelloMoto here, and you are not at the advantage if you're pushing in from the low ground. So they just think, okay, you know what? Let's just take Roshan. And HelloMoto thinks, you know what? They're gonna take Roshan. Let's stop them from doing so. It's gonna be wards. Hello. Oh. Okay, let's not go Roshan. TP in from Nature's Prophet. Shackle doesn't latch. Leshrac being turned to a Piglet swap here as well. Force stab as well. Leshrac actually being the first one to go down. He pops his Ghost Scepter. Might actually be staying alive for a little while longer. Ravage being used by the Tidehunter. And there goes the Chaos Knight getting a double kill. Killing of the Chen. Killing of the Vengeful Spirit. Nature's Prophet going down to the Evoker. Fonzie gonna be on the run. Won't be on the run for much longer because Crystal Main takes a last hit on them. And that's the last hero alive here for mTw as she forces herself to the low ground. Is actually gonna try to run into the wrong base. Cold Snap will make sure she can't go anywhere. Tower getting the last hit. And that was not your base. And that is a team wipe for mTw and no kills for mTw in return. They were not able to take down anybody from HelloMoto, and even Leshrac. Leshrac was so low, but the Ghost Scepter saved his life. Made sure that he was able to survive all that damage that went through there. Because there's so much physical damage coming out from all those heroes. It's just too much well, enough for Ghost Scepter to deal with. And it's gonna be Roshan in the hands of Fails once again. There he gets the Aegis once again. Cheese will be picked up by someone. Hello? Invoker? Yes. In the meantime, we did see this barracks go down. Well, we didn't really see it, but it happened in the previous fight. But that fight, I mean, seriously, look, it was close to 0. The moment it was 0 was like the moment that we saw mTw going towards the Dire base again. That was the moment it was 0, and then BAM! HelloMoto taking the team fight. That is a 5-0 team fight. That's massive. Might not look as massive in the gold, but it was massive in experience. As I'm wondering what Chaos Knight is going to be picking up next. He's probably going to be going for BKB still, most likely. And it's going to put to travel now as well. Able to be everywhere all the time, and it's of course a very good item to have if you're going to have a hero that that might survive in team fights for longest. And if there's going to be a team fight and they win the team fight, maybe 5 versus 2 or something, 4 versus 2, and your creep wave is pushing into this middle lane, you want to be able to TP here to be able to maybe kill off some remaining heroes, or maybe even a tier 4 tower if you're lucky enough. Sinner in the meantime pushing on his bottom lane by himself, but so far so good. Gonna be five heroes on the top side of the map. Where Failed is gonna rotate towards the mid lane. Oh, Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit! Hello, stun for 3 seconds. And there's a cold snap as well. Wow. 885, sorry, 58 damage for a crit. Painful. And Cinderin doesn't think for a moment, and it's just TPing out. Tornado is not going to be on the not going to be in the right place, and it's going to be too slow also. It's gonna be Funzy that's gonna be waiting until the hero disappears so he can continue his pushing job. I mean, that's the main trouble that HelloMoto now has to deal with. The split push from mTw. I mean, they might, if they go on 5, and they might go on 5 from one lane, and oh, no, still okay. It was not okay. The rabbit being used here as there goes the first one down. Jen going down. Sinrin, is he going to be able to stay alive for this one? I don't think so. Crystal Main taking the last hit. Pipe is up for the Radiant for the Dire as well. And we already had got the Vengeful Spirit still down. Nature's Prophet, did get taken down. And this is going to be for HelloMoto the Q to push in. And maybe for tier 4 towers, but maybe just for the tier 3 on the bottom lane. No, just tier 4. Phantasm being used. Look at this tower. I mean, yeah, 4 horses killing off your tower. Fortification being used, parachute going through the horses, but you know, look at those horses dropping so fast, and they're gonna go for the base. Nice shackle though. Here comes the Brewing popping his BKB as well, and wants to go for Fields, but Fields has an Aegis as well, so he will be up again. Look at this base going down so fast. Nobody cares about heroes, they care about the base. 400 HP left, and there he goes, and that's a GG for HelloMoto as they take the win in this first game versus mTw with a massive head start for mTw, but then HelloMoto just taking it back, and we will be seeing a game 2 between these two teams, and I hope that it's gonna be as nice as this one, as HelloMoto definitely showing that they're up there with the rest of the teams, and yeah, just giving a great game here for us all to watch, at least for me. My name is Sheever. You can watch me more on SheeverGaming.com, or at least that wasn't really a good sentence. But I hope you know what I mean. You can find me there for my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Twitter. There you go. This is a GosuLeague match. This was game number 1. We will be going to game number 2. You can find more information about this GosuLeague on gosugamers.net/Dota2. Definitely check that out. It's also a site where you can find information on other esports if you're interested in those. And I will be going towards the next game. So stay tuned, definitely, as we should have another epic game ahead, as I'm first going to switch overlays so you don't see the password that was used.